Hello there, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but after some soul searching, I've decided to come back better, stronger, and wiser. Will I succeed or will I fail miserably? That, my dear viewer, is all up to you. As a non-native speaker, I know very well all about the pitfalls of learning English. I've been teaching accents in business English for about 15 years. And here are some of my insights that helped me master English. Today, we're tackling a subject close to many hearts, expressing your thoughts more easily in English. You see, the English language can be as confounding as a British weather forecast. 1 minute it's sunshine, the next it's raining cats and dogs. English might seem like a labyrinth of confusing grammar rules, odd pronunciations, and strange idioms. But fear not, I'm here to help. By the end of this video, you'll be navigating the twists and turns of English with the finesse of a seasoned pro. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive in. Expressing my thoughts easily in English has an obvious English-shaped hole, but frustratingly, there is another problem. What are thoughts, and where do they come from? Well, do you think in words? Do you think in images? Do you think in both words and images? Fascinating as all of these questions are, we could spend hours digging into them. And in fact, if you want me to do that, let me know in the comment section below. But for this video, I shall simplify. Thoughts are rooted in our physiology. They are in fact a physical thing. I like to say that speaking is thinking with other people. So speech is the best form of mind reading we were able to come up with, at least so far. Now I fully realize this may sound far-fetched, so let me take you through it. Imagine for a moment you are the first bacterium on this planet and you are very, very hungry. You need energy. You can certainly start moving around randomly, hoping for a tasty snack, but it's probably better to move towards food. Additionally, you can also move away from dangerous predators, right? Excellent! You are now a bacterium that's somewhat aware of the world you're in. But because you're also tired of constantly bumping into things, you decide to develop eyes. Lovely! Now you can perceive things that are far away. You can move towards them and eat them. Marvelous! However, now you have a new problem. You can only move towards the things you see. You see? What if they hide behind a rock or in a bush? What then? Predictably, the solution to this problem requires yet another upgrade, and so you develop an inner world of sorts. We shall call it memory. Now that you have memory, just like your average human baby, you understand that things exist even when you're not seeing them. Congratulations, you have achieved something called object permanence. However, with another problem solved, a new one emerges. I hope it's not always going to be like this. Now that you have memory, you've become aware of time. Now the good thing about that is that you can anticipate future. So when you find more food that you can eat, you can hide it somewhere safe for later. Right. By this point, you're probably something a bit more complicated than a bacterium. You have movement, vision, memory, awareness of time, and you understand other beings like yourself. So when you see someone watching you hiding that tasty steak for later, you can understand what they're up to. This mind-reading ability can then protect your steak better by finding a more private hiding spot. It allows you to empathize with a hungry friend and share your food with them. Or perhaps, more crucially, you can empathize with a competitor and outsmart them.
Nice.
When you can understand what others are thinking, cooperation emerges. Now finally, this is where we get to talk about language, because language supercharges this mind-reading ability. With language, you can better represent what is absent. You can plan and theorize and think, and you can share all of that with others. In short, we mind read each other through words. It's been a long way for you, I know, coming all the way from your humble, simple bacterium beginnings to your current state. But even now, your language ability is still firmly rooted in movement, because you need to move your mouth, lips and tongue correctly to produce the correct sounds. And these movements need to be trained and drilled. And so, if you want to express thoughts more easily in English, I recommend you to start learning English movements. At first, I encourage you to simplify your thoughts, to simplify the movements. Make it repetitive, limit your vocabulary and practice its pronunciation to perfection. That's how you master it faster as well. Because it's not enough to know the meaning of words, because, well, despite me talking about mind-reading abilities, well, most of us are actually not telepathic. I know. We're simply using the sounds that come out of your mouth as symbols for ideas. For instance, Coke. This noise, Coke, is a symbol. It's made out of 4 simple sounds: K, O, U, K. Coke. This basic combination of sounds creates a symbol representing, in this case, a sugary drink. Coke. However, if I'd somehow misplaced the oo sound there, very different indeed. But, as they say, you can make a big show with even a small contraption. That's what I wanted to say. What do you think? So, in order to express our simplified thoughts in English, we're only gonna need these 3 things. Number 1 are personal pronouns. These are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Number 2 are 8 commonly used verbs. We're gonna have go, want, need, must, do, can, have, and be. And number 3, all we're gonna need are your hands and possibly your feet. But actually, let me know in the comments if you want me to break down how personal pronouns work, because right now we're going to focus on the verbs. Of course, you can use a dictionary if you require more clarification of personal pronouns or the 8 verbs that I've mentioned. But for now, as mentioned, let's focus on these 8 verbs. I call them the basic 8. And I call them basic because all you have to do is to combine them with personal pronouns and you'll be able to get by in most situations. The formula I have in mind is exceedingly simple. It's personal pronoun plus a verb plus your hands and feet. So for example, I want, I need, you must, he is, they can. Additionally, I recommend you come closer and notice what my facial muscles are doing to help you remember these. So one more time. I want, I need, you must, he is, they can. Naturally, you can let me know in the comments what other combinations you can think of. Now, you may have noticed I am keeping it simple. In fact, when I started studying English as a non-native speaker, this has been drilled into my mind, and that is KISS. Yes, KISS. Only in this case, it stands for keep it simple. Stupid. And I agree. Because when learning a new language, it's easy to get caught up in trying to sound like Shakespeare. But simplicity is your best friend at this stage. Now, that being said, if my formula is just too easy for you, we can take it up a notch. We can do that by adding an additional verb after the first one, so the formula changes to personal pronoun, verb in the correct form, then verb in infinitive, and then your hands and feet. So for example, I want to do I need to have. You must go. He is to be. They can go. Come closer and notice what my facial muscles are doing to help you remember this. I want to do. I need to have. You must go. He is to be. They can go. Excellent. Next up, practice. Yes, I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but there is a reason for that. It works. Think of speaking English like riding a bicycle. The more you do it, well, the better you become at it, and it becomes a second nature to you. It too is practicing sets of movements. English is a physical thing, just like riding a bicycle. So practice it by practicing English movements. Right, time to address the elephant in the room, mistakes. You're going to make them, and lots of them. Just like with riding a bicycle, you're just gonna fall on your face, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, it is essential. Mistakes are how we learn. It's training. Annoying? Yes. Unavoidable? Also yes. The next possible step to expand upon my formula would be to expand your vocabulary. So instead of saying something like, I want to do, you can say, I want to do theatre. I want to do theatre. Instead of you must go, you can say you must go for that braised chicken. Just don't try to swallow a dictionary all in one go. Take it one step at a time. I always encourage my clients to primarily focus on the physicality of speaking English. Anchor English in your body like this. Subscribe. Subscribe. subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And check out my other video on the Donald face if you want to learn more about this movement. Now remember, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, practice, and most importantly, try and have fun. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments section how you improve your English. Don't forget to check out these videos for more tips on mastering English.